The stage lights were blinding. A 12-year-old Filipino boy walked to the center alone. No manager. No coach. Just worn sneakers and a lifetime of impossible odds. His name was Rafael. And nobody in that building knew what was about to happen. Rafael grew up in Cebu, Philippines, in a neighborhood where the walls were thin and the streets flooded every rainy season. His father left when he was 4. His mother Marisol raised 3 children alone, washing laundry and selling rice cakes from a cart she pushed through the dark streets before sunrise every single morning. Rafael woke at 5 every day to help her. He fetched water from the communal tap. He watched his younger siblings. He learned early that poverty meant being constantly, exhaustingly busy. There was never enough. There was never rest. But through all of it, through every difficult morning and every hard night, he sang. He sang while fetching water. He sang walking his siblings to school. He sang softly before the neighborhood woke up. His voice had something in it that people could not explain. Something warm and clear and true. Something that made people stop whatever they were doing just to listen. A retired music teacher named Mang Doming heard him in the church choir and offered him free lessons every Saturday morning. He taught Rafael breath control, posture, and the most important lesson of all. That singing is not about the notes. It is about meaning. If you do not believe every word you sing, the audience will feel nothing. Rafael practiced every single day. He sang into a plastic bottle to hear himself clearly. He stood before a cracked bathroom mirror working on his posture. He ran scales for 30 minutes before every lesson without complaint. He was not doing this because he had a grand plan. He was doing it because singing was the one thing in his life that felt completely, honestly, true. When a video of him singing at a local event was uploaded online, it reached 2 million views in 48 hours. Filipino communities across America, Canada, Italy, and the Middle East shared it everywhere. A talent coordinator for America's Got Talent saw it on a hotel television in Manila and immediately started making calls. Months of paperwork and video auditions followed. Finally the confirmation came. Rafael and his mother were flying to Los Angeles. Neither of them had ever been on an airplane before. The airport was so large that Marisol held her son's hand the entire way through it. The night before the audition Rafael could not sleep. His mother ironed his shirt carefully and wore her best blue dress. The next morning he walked through backstage corridors smelling of stage makeup and electricity, sat quietly, and did his breathing exercises. He did not pace. He did not talk. He simply breathed and waited. Then he walked into the lights. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair the way he does when he has already decided. The audience clapped politely. Nobody expected what was coming. Rafael stood still, hands at his sides, and took one clean deep breath. And sang. Within the first phrase the audience went silent. Within the first verse every single person in that theater was on their feet. Simon Cowell, the man who has heard everything, leaned slowly forward. His professional distance collapsed completely. On his face was something the world almost never sees there. Pure, genuine, unguarded astonishment. He pressed the golden buzzer. Both hands. Without hesitation. Golden confetti exploded from the ceiling. The crowd roared. Rafael looked up at the falling confetti with an expression that was not triumphant but simply overwhelmed, the face of someone who has been running for a very long time and has finally, for the first time, been allowed to stop. Backstage, Marisol covered her face with both hands and wept. Simon leaned to his microphone and said he had been doing this for a very long time, and what just happened was something he would remember for the rest of his life. The video reached tens of millions of views overnight. Filipinos around the world watched it on their phones in hospitals, restaurants, and oil fields far from home, and felt something that had no easy name but everything to do with pride and recognition and hope. Mang Doming watched it on his daughter's phone and said nothing for a long time. Then he said he was thinking about scales. About the importance of scales. And watched it again from the beginning. Rafael Dominguez. 12 years old. From Cebu, Philippines. Who sang before the sun rose? Who gave his prize money to his mother? Who kept his trophy under his bed? Who learned to breathe from the belly and mean every single word?